Welcome to my review of Midway, the latest film directed by Roland Emmerich. This is where the enthusiasm dies down. It stars Ed Skrein, Luke Evans, Woody Harrelson, Patrick Wilson, Mandy Moore, Nick Jonas, Darren Criss, too many people to name. This film clearly spent its $100 million budget on the cast. And the film covers the real story of the Battle of Midway, the clash between the American fleet and the Imperial Japanese Navy, which marked a pivotal turning point in the Pacific theater during World War II. So as I've alluded to, I'm not the biggest fan of Roland Emmerich. Nowadays, I don't think many people are. But one of the things that he does well in his films, one of the few elements that are worthy of merit, is the spectacle. And there is an element of spectacle in Midway. The naval battles, the aerial battles are all well shot. Shots are well composed. They are entertaining, yes. There are cool explosions. Again, there is spectacle there, but it is a very empty, hollow spectacle. Let's talk about emotional investment. There is none in this film. Of course, it depends how easily you are invested into things. This film, apart from being based on a true story, there's no effort on its part to get you emotionally invested. There's a soldier who has a wife and a daughter. You've seen that, and that's what the movie gives you. A soldier that has a wife and a daughter. Are you emotionally invested? If you are, cool, this film is for you. There are soldiers who are friends with other soldiers. Are you invested? Good, this film is for you. There's a pilot who wants to be in this higher position that he is at right now, but people aren't allowing him, even though he has the talent to be in that position. Are you invested? Good, this film is for you. By the way, you get all of those things from conversations, not from actually seeing a story unfold. This is not a good movie. This is a really bad script. And one of the rules of filmmakers, you'll see directors and screenwriters say this every time. It is possible to, unfortunately, make a bad film from a good script. Films are hard to make. Shit happens, and it doesn't work all the time. But it is impossible to make a good movie from a bad script. Again, there are spectacle moments in this film. Empty spectacle moments. Visual noise is, well, not all over this film, but in the latter half of this film. And if you want just seeing explosions happen for no logic reason whatsoever and not being actually interested in the people involved, check it out. The characters in this film are a slog. Much as the film it is a slog to get through this film. Our main character, he has no charisma, no likable qualities whatsoever, apart from, I guess, he's a good pilot. Characters in this film are presented in one scene, and then we get to know a little bit about them. What do they do? What is their position? What is their rank? Where did they come from? Good. All through exposition and dialogue. And then we get a scene where they're actually doing the thing they are in the Air Force or in the Navy for. And then we get the conclusion to those characters, which is either dying or winning the battle. Spoilers? Do you care? I don't know. You probably care. This film is beating Dr. Sleep at the box office. Oh, my heart hurts. This film actually is the equivalent of watching paint dry for 2.5 hours because you don't care. The film doesn't even try to make you care. I had to move myself around so much in this film to not fall asleep, to not look away. I kept looking at the clock for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yes, this film is 2 hours and 20 minutes. There is so much stuff going on. There are so many people, so many characters in this film, but actually most of them can't even be called characters. There's Dennis Quaid, who has a rash, and then there's Aaron Eckhart, who lands in Japan occupied China, and then he has to go to this one place, but he disappears after that. You don't know where he goes, you don't know how he gets there, he just disappears in this film. There's Nick Jonas, whose grandfather built the Empire State Building, or father, I don't know, I don't care. And he's really good at shooting planes that are coming at him. And there's Ed Skrein, who's got this protege played by the guy who was in Alita Battle Angel with Ed Skrein, actually, now that I think about it. Huh, that's cool. Then there's Woody Harrelson, who's an admiral who's being brought back to serve in this Battle of Midway. And then there's Patrick Wilson, who kind of warned people that the Japanese were not to be... I actually have no idea what he warned them about. It's implied throughout the film that he alluded to something, that he advised Washington or the United States Army or the Navy or the Air Force that something was coming and they didn't believe him, they didn't trust him, and now they gotta trust him throughout this film. I really don't know what to say. Not to mention the dialogue. This has got to be, seriously, the worst written dialogue on a big budget, wide release film in the entire year, if not more. The film leaves so much dramatic potential unexplored. It's messy, it's faultily structured, there's too much happening in front of you visually, but the film is too busy not actually exploring any of it or anyone involved in it. Emmerich helms the aerial sequences in a very competent way. The rest of the film, however, is the complete opposite in every sense of the word. Not to mention the editing. I could spend an entire video talking about the editing. It's horrible. This film doesn't breathe whatsoever. It has no sense of pace. It has no sense of beats. This film sucks. Even with his competence in helming the aerial sequences, the battle sequences, there's no investment whatsoever. Oh, it's pretty, I guess, but I really need something more. I'm giving Midway an F. Guys, what did you think of Midway? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Is there an actual Pearl Harbor / Midway movie that is good? Please let me know in the comments below. And hey, I hope you love this film. Again, let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. You are the best. Stay tuned for my reviews of Lady and the Tramp. Maybe I'll review Noelle at the side after I watch it, and my very late review for The Friend and The Addams Family, as well as many others to come. Thank you so much once again. You guys are the best. Until the next video, don't forget to subscribe and like, as it really helps me out. And stay beautiful, stay geeky, but most importantly, love each other and love the movies.